It's real and it's happening. Legacy weapons are about to be removed from 76, and even named weapons are at risk. It's news time. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. The recent news have spread like wildfire in the past couple of days, as Bethesda recently fixed legacy weapons in the Nuka World on Tour DLC, currently live on the public test servers, and by fixing, I don't exactly mean rebalancing or reworking them. They simply removed the legacy part of the weapons, and that's it. I will explain everything in the first segment, so bear with me. Anyhow, in this video, I will also cover the recent issue with named weapons and a chance to reroll them in 2023. Meanwhile, I investigated a new mystery in the Wasteland and discovered a capsteel fast travel bug, a nasty one. Lastly, Double Experience is currently live. Without any further delays, let's make haste into the details. The Nuka World on Tour DLC is really full of surprises. Besides all the new content coming this winter, the update will also fix legacy weapons. That's right, the era of legacies is about to come to an end, as Bethesda publicly announced their decision on November 10 through the public test patch notes. In the official page, Bethesda clarified how the change works. Basically, they activated a new piece of code that removes illegal mods attached to weapons which cannot be naturally obtained in-game at the present date. So far, so good. A lot of players seem to be really happy with the removal of hacked and legacy weapons altogether. Here are some comments I spotted while researching for this video, but there has been a lot of backlash as well. Angry players flooded Bethesda's official Discord even, with lots of unpleasant comments. Things got so bad that the main PTS channel got set to a 6-hour post rule for at least one night. But such fury and chaos is not simply about legacy players losing their precious weapons. After all, the patch notes raised a lot of questions, and it has been generating a huge wave of confusion, which basically adds wood to the fire in the end. First, because this sort of fixed removal approach was totally unexpected. Secondly, because mods are usually associated with modifications only. And lastly, the term illegal is not straightforward for many players, and I totally understand why. As such, I'm going to clarify these 3 points and explain how the new legacy fix will work. I want to clear any doubts so you guys can better understand what Bethesda has been trying to communicate. Because I feel like their communication is a bit faulty and it's not going through a lot of people. Alright, so first things first, how is Bethesda fixing legacy weapons? Well, based on the Nuka World PTS gameplay, Bethesda removed all explosive legendary effects from energy weapons, which is currently a legacy legendary effect. I read many reports about how all legacies and all hacked weapons have been neutralized with this update, but verifying such data takes a while. So I can't say for sure if this is true, if every single legacy weapon is now stripped of its legacy value. On the other hand, I already tested 10 different legacies, and I can confirm that Bethesda did remove the explosive effect from energy weapons. Here are a few side-by-side comparisons from the PTS to the live servers for a legacy explosive Gatling plasma, auto laser rifle, and Tesla rifle. And yes, these are the same exact weapons tested in different patches. But that's not the only change or fix Bethesda did. As far as I know, they also removed all the ancient legendary effects like Stalker. This weapon, for example, used to be one, and now, as you can see, there's no Stalker there anymore. As shown in the upcoming DLC, legacies will lose their legacy part and the respective legendary stars, aka the legendary effect, which can no longer trigger for such weapon naturally, like through loot, event rewards, Pervere, and so on. Following this topic, such weapons will not be deleted. Instead, they will just lose the effect that makes them legacy, or in other words, illegal or unintended, as an employee from Bethesda clarified. Yeah, we are entering uncharted territories here. So far, most of the confusion surrounding this topic is about the illegal mods. First of all, mods refer to every type of modification which also includes legendary effects. Anything that affects a weapon's performance is considered a mod in the 76 game files, so that includes mods when you go to a workbench, and also the legendary effects which are modding the standard weapon. Moving forward, what about illegal? What does Bethesda mean with this term? Well, common sense probably hints towards hacked or spawn items only, but that's not 100% accurate. According to Bethesda staff, illegal in this context can also refer to all the existing weapon mods which are unintended for many reasons, such as overly broken/unbalanced weapons or duplicated ones. As such, there are different reasons for a weapon to be considered illegal in Bethesda's book. I believe the explosive energy effects fall under the broken category. They did too much damage in comparison with all the other illegal weapons in-game, thus why they got removed. It's not because they are hacked or something alike, but because they are broken. They have always been, therefore why it got removed. That's my interpretation based on Bethesda's statements. Everything else kind of falls into the duplicated spawn category because, let's be honest, so many players could put their hands on legacies and their collections because they were duplicated, not exactly spawned as in legally spawned in game, they were injected into the game. Therefore, why they are also being removed? I know, most of you guys got them through legal means, through trading, through giveaways, through, I don't know, a gift from a friend, but their origin, which we cannot be aware of, we cannot know about it, they are not legal. So that's my interpretation of Bethesda's posts during the past few days. Moreover, a few moderators reminded players about ZeniMax and Bethesda's terms and conditions, where they hold every right to change, modify, or remove any aspect of their games. So in theory, they could have done this change without even providing any explanations. It would not be morally or ethically correct, it would anger people even more, but legally it would be just fine, as we have all accepted their TOC while creating an account before even playing the game. Anyway, if you were wondering why legit legacy weapons are also being targeted together with hacked ones, I hope now you understand why. Even though you might have obtained yours in a legal way, aka through trading, giveaways, or gifts as I mentioned, the chances that it was duplicated in the past is very, very high, since the amount of legacy weapons dropped in-game are minimal. And yes, Bethesda is ready to sacrifice a few for the better good of the game, as moderator Lunar Nico explained. For those who acquired legacies through in-game drops, which is a minimal number according to Bethesda, it is unfortunate for them, yes, but it's the price we all have to pay to ensure the game and combat system stays fair and more balanced. Well, this is news time, so I will not force my opinion too much here, but if you watch me regularly, you should know that I'm glad to finally see a fix for legacies. I have always been against them, as well as hacked weapons. I don't even own a legacy, and I've been around since the beta times. I simply refuse to put my hands on any legacy stuff. However, this is not exactly the type of fix I was hoping for. It's way too drastic and radical, especially after so many years coexisting with such weapons. I think 76 would benefit way more from a balanced sort of fix, new values, nerfs, boosts, and so on. But I guess that's way too difficult and complex, or even too buggy to implement. That's why Bethesda decided to take this path instead of the one we were all expecting. But then again, removing stuff is a trend for Bethesda. They usually take the downhill route when they are out of options. So sadly, I don't think there is a plan B or C. Plan A, eliminate all, is here to stay, and with it, the legacy era is really coming to an end, whether we like it or not. As for the continuation of this topic and my opinion in depth, as well as some theories to explain Bethesda's decision here, stay tuned because I'm working on a dedicated video. Following the legacy weapon fix, lots of other weapons got changed too, with the ongoing Nuka World on Tour public test. Right now, almost every named weapon is bugged, in the sense that their effects are mostly gone. Just look at that. I browsed my stashed named weapons. They either lost all their fixed legendary effects or kept only one. including the Enclave rifle, the fancy pump action shotgun, and even the new named weapons coming this winter. Now, this is not an intended change, it's just a side effect from the legacy fix, as Bethesda has already confirmed. As such, named weapons should revert to their original state, so expect a hotfix very soon, hopefully before the DLC reaches the live servers. Meanwhile, developer Carl created a public list to keep track of the affected named weapons as shown, and community manager Vault of Daedalus stated that this is what the public test is here for, where unintended things have unintended consequences. Well, if you are experiencing issues with your named weapons in the PTS, feel free to report it through Bethesda's Discord channels for a more accurate hotfix in the future. Talking about named weapons, I spotted some news regarding a possible change regarding the fixed legendary effects. Right now, named weapons come with a fixed set of effects, but that could change in 2023, at least according to community manager Lady Devon. In response to player feedback, she confirmed this idea/suggestion has been communicated to the team, and it could very well be implemented soon, but most likely not before 2023, which makes sense. I mean, the Nuka World on Tour update is pretty much done and currently being tested, so major new features tend to take a while to fully develop. Either way, I think that's great news. At least all these unique paints from named weapons will get a new purpose and lots of more value. If this change ever becomes real, of course. Now, did you know Fallout 76 now includes customer support in-game? This feature is currently live in the official servers for PC, and I'm not sure exactly when was it added. I first noticed it earlier this week, I think on Monday or Tuesday, so it hasn't been live for that long. What's strange though is that I haven't seen a single announcement from Bethesda's part about this new feature. Either way, when you access the customer support in-game, you will be able to choose different categories: item issue and character restoration. The first category includes 3 sub-options related to missing items, atomic shop issues, and lost items. As for the second category, it's basically an auto-restoration feature to restore characters you deleted in the past or last 7 days. Anyway, watch out for this system because it will automatically create support tickets once you confirm you are being affected by a given issue. I was hoping they would ask more details like a description of the issue, but nope. As soon as you click the confirm button, it just generates a quick ticket with the respective ID number. In other words, if you have an issue, it's probably best to just head to Bethesda's support page and submit a proper ticket for higher chances to get proper help. Otherwise, I don't see this helping much. Also, this in-game support barely covers common issues like bugs, harassment, griefing, account issues, and so many other things. I would go as far as saying this interface feels incomplete, but this could very well be just a quick version meant for players who don't want to open their browser and get things into motion outside of the game at Bethesda's support page. Anyhow, let's keep moving. A few days ago, some of you guys tagged me on Twitter about a mystery in the Toxic Valley. It seems like around the Toxic Lake near the Pioneers camp, Mirelurks can spawn in mass. It's like Zerg waves waiting to devour you. Just look at that. It's definitely a scary scene. Anyhow, this sort of incident seems to be related to the daily mission Pass the Bucket, which requires players to pick up barrels or sink them. And they all spawn around the lake. Now, lots of Mirelurks typically spawn with the barrels too, but right now, it's like everything is being multiplied by 3, 4, 5... I'm not sure. While testing first in my custom, I had no issues, no bugs. I came across 3 or 4 Mirelurks per barrel, but once I changed into adventure, I instantly became bugged as dozens of Mirelurks spawn per barrel, and I did absolutely nothing other than come by, look around, and enjoy the amazing scenery of horror. Now, something I noticed is that the pasta bucket shows up with a countdown meter in the PPI interface, a strong indicator something is really wrong with it. Also, when I tried to sync the barrels, I had to spawn click each barrel for it to register, another indicator this mission is utterly bugged right now. Anyway, I checked all the barrel spawns and they were spawning dozens of Mirelurks as shown. Things got so bad that at some point, my game started lagging and the Mirelurks were frozen in time and space, or even dying on their own. Like someone was shooting them, but there was nobody there except me, and I clearly did not shoot anything. I was just there as a visitor, as a spectator. I guess there were just too many spawns in the area for the system to handle, therefore they started dying randomly. Anyway, mystery solved, it's not magic for sure, it's just another new bug. If you guys come across insane waves of Mirelurks in this area, this is why. The Pass the Bucket mission is broken and the spawn values are insanely high in the area. Alright, another new bug I spotted recently is the fast travel still caps bug. In the literal sense, in this clip, my friend Madakrot was trying to fast travel to me, but the game did not let him. Ha! Instead, the system would deduct his caps every single time he tried to fast travel, but it would never move him. What sort of scam is this, Bethesda? Ay, caramba. I had never seen this one before, so I do believe it's extremely rare, but still, it's a nasty one. Imagine this happening to new players with very little caps on their possession. It would be a nice experience, that's for sure. Anyway, the fast travel only worked after some 10 attempts, and after 100 caps lost. It's no big deal, we were testing at this point, but it clearly shows how disrupting this bug can become. Let's hope Bethesda will fix this one in 2023. To finish off this news, let's not forget about the active community events for this weekend, which is double experience to start with. Wow, it has been a long time since the previous one. So do enjoy, especially if you are in need of some new perk points or cards. Go ahead and get those extra levels and be done with it. Moreover, the Prevere is also hosting a special deal with another mystery pick event, ideally to spend your script while hoping for the best, but expecting the worst, because your odds here to get what you want are very, very low. Well, that's it for this weekend. There's nothing else. I have a very artistic random bug to show you today. It's about the Grafton Steel Tower monument, which simply turned multicolor in my custom world. I was testing the Mirelurk's mystery at the Toxic Valley, and suddenly I noticed something flashing colors like 10 kilometers away. I decided to investigate, and voila, it's a true representation of 76 at times. A pixelated, broken asset beyond belief. Well, everything works fine around it. It's so strange. This is how it's supposed to look like, by the way. It only took me a relog to get things back to normal, but still, the things we see in 76, it's fascinating sometimes. Now, let me announce the winners for my Halloween screenshot event, which took place in my Discord server. We voted and decided that Amon put enough effort to deserve first place with her spooky and fully decorated Halloween camp. The second place goes to Proro Wa with yet another spooky and dark creation. Lastly, Matt Lewinsky conquered the third place with his scary witch shot at the Hallowed House. Congratulations to the winners and enjoy your prizes. Alright, that's it for now everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm working on a dedicated video for the Legacy Fix matter. I have a lot of thoughts to share, so stay tuned. Now feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and a huge thanks to all my patrons and members as per usual. Now I will see you all very soon in the next one. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye. Jesus, my voice just cracked massively. Blooper right here for you guys.